Okay guys, today's video is going to be how to polymeric sand a beautiful patio. What do you think, Benny?
One way to say it.
Yeah, that's the beautiful patio we're talking about. So, I guess first things first, we'll show you the product we're going to use, which is made by Alliance. And we got, the color is Slate Grey. Alliance calls it super sand, but it's polymeric sand, and it's good for joints up to 1 inch. It sets in about an hour, rain safe. You have to do it above 32 degrees, obviously. Nothing ever sets good below freezing. So that's what we're using today. I believe each bag covers 60 to 80 square feet. Yeah, 65 to 85 square feet for regular joints, but if you start getting into the really thick joints, you get a little bit less, about half of that. So you got 2 steps in putting in polymeric sand. That is the first step. You sweep everything through the joints just quickly, and then you have to compact it. And today we're using a brand new toy that the boss bought. It's a Weber rolling vibratory compactor. It's on wheels, soft wheels, specifically made for this kind of thing, for compacting pavers after poly sand. Usually people, which we do as well, but this is a nice new toy, use plate compactors with a hard rubber mat bolted to the bottom of it. So once we sweep everything through all the joints for the first time, we're going to clean off the surface pretty good, and then run over the whole area with that compactor. Polymeric sand hardens after it's been activated with water. So a very important thing is that the pavers are dry, very dry. What reminded me of it is we do have a couple pavers over here that are still wet a little bit. If your pavers or anything like that, you can really stain the brick pretty easily and then have to replace them. So you want to make sure the pavers are dry, like all these ones. That area specifically is in the shade a little bit still. The sun's coming up, so that will be dry by the time we get over there, but I did want to let you know that before we do our poly sand, we obviously blow off the area really good with the leaf blower. And again, just make sure you don't have any wet pavers, or they're going to get stained and really cause you some headaches. So dry pavers. Okay guys, let's get into it. If you're new to this channel, guys, thank you for tuning in. We have a lot of videos on hardscape installations as well as snow plowing, but on this particular job we have broken down into many parts. It's in a playlist on my channel called Backyard Makeover. We have the excavation and backfill, to the screeding and preparing the base. For laying the pavers, we got laying the pavers and building these features. So make sure you check out the channel for a bunch of content like this. But I guess real quick, the technique on sweeping this sand in is going at a 45-degree angle over the joint lines. You don't want to sweep in the same direction that the joint lines are running, because it kind of pulls the sand out as you're sweeping. So if you go at a 45-degree angle, like you'll see nice and close up on this one, that's really the best technique to make sure that it evenly distributes in all the joints. But other than the sweeping it at a 45-degree angle and just kind of going over it a few times to make sure they all get in the joints, that's really it. It's not a very in-depth process or concept, guys. It's just something that you have to make sure you do properly. But right here, like you can see, that's the 45-degree angle. As I'm saying, I'm going not with the joint lines, but across them. And on this first sweep through, this is pretty much what you want. You don't have to take too much time, because like I said before, we're going to be compacting it and then sweeping in another layer of sand. Another quick comment, guys. I know a lot of people in some other states use just regular sand in their joints, but I really think that that's a not professional way to do it. Sand will never hold tight and will wash away, and you just have to constantly redo it. Some contractors are worried about doing this polymeric sand, But you just really need to take your time with it, and once you nail it down, it's the best product out there for joint filling. Okay guys, first layer of poly sand is in all the joints. Let's see what this bad Larry is all about. I hand you guys off to Benny, photographer. Let's try it out. First time we ever fired this up, Benny.
See if we get it first try.
Try to check the gas, huh?
Looks like it's in there.
Alright, well, we'll be back on the video because there's no gas. Gassed up. Take 2. There's a parking brake on this, by the way, for everyone to know. You gotta have that on so it doesn't move. Alright, everything's settled in nicely. Now let's sweep our final layer of poly sand in, blow it off clean, and spray her down. Alright guys, final layer of poly sand is in. Time to blow off the excess. Okay everyone, time for the most important part. Wet it down. So we always want this on shower attachment. And we're gonna start at the lowest point of our patio, which is the walkway. We'll start at a low point, get it wet. The most crucial point right now You know, you can really underwater it and you can overwater it. When you underwater it, the sand just doesn't set right or all the way through. And if you overwater it, you wash out the joint sand. So you really want to see that water coming up out of the joints, and that white you see is what you also want to see. You want it to come up. You know it's being activated at that point. So due to memory card usage, I'm gonna have to throw you guys on a time lapse before I run out of memory. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing, spraying it down this much throughout the whole area. Really want to make sure the water gets through to the joints. So set you up. Okay, a few more comments on the watering. Like I said at the beginning, the walkway down there is the lowest point. Everything is pitched that way and to the left. So as we water, the poly sand will get activated and actually start to prevent the water from going through the joints as you do this. So that's why you want to make sure you do it heavy enough to activate as much of the poly sand in the joints as possible, but also not too much to wash the joint sand out. But starting at the lowest point is the most important part, because if you do start at the high point and all the water starts flowing down the joint lines that are dry, it's going to wash that sand right out. So starting at the low point, wetting that down kind of activates the poly sand and gets it set in first, so that when you do start getting to the higher points, the water will start flowing down and go right over the poly sand instead of washing it out. But here is the end result, guys. What a great project this was. Like I said on my channel, there's videos to pretty much every single part of this project, and it's all split up for your viewing experience. And if you guys are out here watching this video because you do this work and you're just trying to see how other people do it, I appreciate the view and the support. Hope you like it. Hit me up with any questions or comments. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm definitely interested in this YouTube journey and connecting with a bunch of you other contractors and even customers. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to